Hey guys, sorry I'm a few minutes late, but if you see the live up in the corner, you know that it's live. If the live is not there, then you're watching the replay, #replay, so that I know you were watching. Okay, so today on my venture to Ulta, I bought some different products that they had. Tonight's is going to be about the company Too Faced. So I picked up a Better Not Pout, but if you did, keep it glossy set. There's 4 different colors in here. And we have peppermint bark, eggnog, spice cake, and sugar plum. So if you buy these, I think it was $25 for a set of 4. So this is what the package looks like when you take it out. Very fancy. So they're very cute little lip glosses. Got a nice little applicator, and it actually smells. Let's see. It actually smells like what you are getting. So here's eggnog. So you can actually smell eggnog. And the same with the others. The peppermint, the sugar plum, and the spice cake. So I'm just going to set those aside because we're going to do a quick look tonight with the Too Faced products that I bought. And then the second set, this is the Let It Snow Girl. It was a cute little package that I just had to pick up. So in this you get an eyeshadow palette, you get a blush palette, and you also get like a contour palette along with their Better Than Sex mascara. So I'm just going to take this out for you, and I think this was $49 for the entire kit. So these open up really cute. So you just kind of slide it, and this is the contour palette. So it's got the bronzer and the highlighter. And then here's the second one. This is more of the blushes. So there's 4 different colors in the blush. And then we have our eyeshadow palette. Once again, you just kind of turn it, and look at all those gorgeous colors. So we're actually going to play with this palette tonight. I already have foundation, and I already did my eyebrows and primed my eyelids. So we're just going to jump straight into the eye look. And this, real quick, this is just a little mascara that you get, the Better Than Sex mascara. I've used this before. It's really, really good. If you can see that. So you're going to get a decent amount of coverage with the mascara on your eyelashes. So tonight, I think we're going to go a little bold with the eyes. Just grab my brushes real quick. So you always want to go in with a neutral color on your eyelid. So we're going to go in with this color right here. It is called Crumb Luck. So just kind of dab it in. You can see it gives nice coverage on the brush. So we're just going to go straight into the crease. Some people prefer to go from their eyelid straight up to their eyebrow. To me, it depends on the color I'm using. And the good thing about these colors, it doesn't take much, which is nice. A little bit goes a long way. So next, I think we're going to go in with Resting Wish Face. So it's this nice purple color. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it right in the outer corner of your eye. So once again, it doesn't take much to get a decent coverage with these colors. So what I like to do is I like to go on the outside with most of the color, and then I just kind of take it up and over in the crease, if you can see that. And you can use as much or as little as you want, but my recommendation is when you start out, go with a little bit, and you can always add. You just can't take color away. So again, I have most of the color in the corner of my eye, and then I'm going to take it up into the crease a little bit. So I think I want to go a little bit darker. So I'm going to take this top one. It's called Chocolate Wasted. It's a brown. Goes with the purple if you play it right. So I'm literally just going to do the very outside of my crease. And don't worry if you make a mess like this. It's very easy to clean up. I'll show you a trick on how to do that. So again, I'm just staying on the very outside. And when you're doing this, you want to get as even as possible, because your eyes, you do want them to look identical. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a simple fluffy brush. There's nothing on this, and I'm just going to buff it out. So when you buff out your color, this helps with blending. You always want to blend, blend, blend. That's the big key. And most of the time when you blend in, you'll actually see where, if you want to add more color, you can, and then you'll just continue to blend out. So you can see it gets a little bit softer. I'm going to go back in with that resting wish face. That's that purple color. And I'm literally just going from about the middle to the outside of my eye. And I'm going to make this darker by adding more, a little bit at a time. And then just carefully carrying it into the crease. And then I'm just going to take my blending brush again, and I'm just going to blend that color in. I don't want any harsh lines with the different colors that I'm using. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go in with that chocolate one more time. And just do the very outside. And I'm going to blend that once again so that the purple and the chocolate blend together. Okay. So now I think I'm going to go in with the Let It Shimmer. It's this nice, almost like a golden shimmer. So I'm going to go in from the corner to the middle of my eyelid. And when you do this, as you put it in, tap your brush, because with the shimmers, they will actually fall off the brush a lot more than a matte color, and then you'll have color going all the way down your eye, which we don't want. And I just like to kind of pack it on my eyelid like this. So again, I'm going from the inner corner to the middle of my eye. So it's gonna run into that lovely purple shade that we put on. I'm gonna do the same for this eye. Okay, and then once again, I'm just gonna take my blendy brush and I'm just gonna blend this together, because you don't want any harsh lines between your shimmer and the outer colors. So see how it just blends in, so it kind of fades gradually, and that's what we want. So now what I like to do is I like to clean up the outside real quick. So if you highlight your eyes for contour, you can use highlighter. If you just want to use the same color as your foundation, you can do that as well. So I just took a little bit, I don't know if you can see that, a little bit of my foundation. I'm just going to take this little foundation brush and I'm literally going to take it here and I'm going to draw a line just like that. So the line is going from my bottom lash line to the outer corner of my eyelash. And I'm just going to blend that down. It's a quick way to clean your eyes up if you already have done your foundation. If you haven't, then your foundation will cover it when you put it on your face. Or you can take a makeup cloth and just wipe your eye. Again, I'm just taking it from the corner of my bottom eyelid out to the end of my eyebrow. And as you can see, it starts to cover up where we had excess eyeshadow. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my blending sponge real quick, and most of the time you can use these if they're dry, but I like to use them when they're damp. So before you do your makeup, if you just run it under water and you just kind of squeeze it a little bit so that the water gets into the sponge, and then wring it out all together so that there's no excess water in there, your blender brush or your beauty blender, sorry, will stay nice and moist while you're doing your makeup. So one time that you don't want to use the beauty blender when it's wet is if you have a water-based foundation. The reason being is because your foundation has water in it. If this is wet, you're not going to be packing it into your skin. You're literally going to be moving the foundation around in your face and it's not going to adhere well. So as you can see, that's perfect and crisp. So we have no more excess. So what I like to do, as I mentioned before, most of the time I do not wear actual eyeliner because my eyes are always watering. So I like to take my shadows, and you can do this in any of the colors that you put on your eye, or you can get creative with it and use a completely different color. But I am just going to go in, I'm thinking probably with the chocolate color that we did, and I'm just going to put it on my lower lash line. So I have a small angled brush that you can use with gel liners. You can also use with eyeshadows. And you're just gonna pack it in just like that. And then I like to tap off the excess. And you're literally just gonna line your eye. So the good thing about doing a eyeshadow as your liner is if your eyes do water like mine do, when it gets wet, it doesn't move. It actually packs the powder and leaves it right where it's at, which is nice. So you do have the option, if you want, you can do the same thing to the top lash. I think for this look, I'm just gonna leave the bottom lined and leave the top unlined. If you decide to wear false eyelashes, you definitely want to line the top, mainly because the eyelashes do have a band on them and it will stick out if you don't have some sort of liner on. The darker the liner, the more the falsies will blend in, so it looks more natural. Completely up to you though. But I think I'm just going to leave it like this. But I am, however, going to take a smaller brush. I'm going to go with this brush right here. This is actually a Bare Minerals brush. It's the Heavenly Line and Buff. So this can be used as a liner as well. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to go into Snow Globe. I don't know if you can see that. It's a nice glittery color. And I'm just going to put that in the inner corner of my eye. Just a little bit, not a lot. Literally a smidge. Just to give it a little bit of glitter. And that's all I do is just pack it into the inside corner. And that's it. Very simple. So that's the eyeshadows. So to finish my eye look, I'm going to go ahead and use, I think I have another one. They do make different ones. Like here's one that I have. This is the Better Than Sex. I don't know if you can see that with the glare. This is a waterproof mascara. Great for if you're going to water parks, amusement parks. If you're going to be out and you start sweating, this stuff never budges. But I think I want to try the one that came in the kit, the little travel size. So you're just going to take this. I like to brush off the excess. And I'm going to go into my lower lash line first. Oh my gosh, you guys, this mascara, crazy. Look at my lash line. Can you see that? This stuff gives great coverage because it's not clumping, which is nice. I'm just going to do the other side. And I'm not putting a lot of mascara on, mainly because I'm not going anywhere. I'm in for the night. But the good thing about mascara is you can continue to layer it if you want to. The more you layer mascara, if you do it where it doesn't clump, the more drastic your eyelashes will look. So I'm just going to go into my top lashes. And you can do the same thing no matter what mascara you use. You can do the same thing I taught you in the other video, where as you go to the bottom lash, just blink. And blinking helps if you really don't like things close to your eyes. So this is just with one coat on. I don't know if you can tell, but this is really great coverage because it doesn't clump whatsoever, which is nice. If you want a more drastic look, what I like to do is I like to go on the top and blush that mascara down. I apologize for the noise if you can hear the crazy car outside. So you're just going to brush it down, and then once again, you're going to go underneath and just bring it back up. And what I like to do is when I'm underneath my eyelashes, I take the brush and just wiggle it up. So what that does is it keeps your eyelashes from clumping, and it actually gives you better coverage of the mascara. So I don't know if you can see that compared to one without mascara. That's pretty good. Pretty good coverage. So I'll do the same thing on this side. Again, I'm going to start from the bottom. And you can blink if it bothers you to put stuff near your eyes. And then I'm just going to go across the top. And then again from the bottom up. And if you accidentally do what I just did, where you are putting mascara on and you accidentally hit your eyelid, just take your little beauty blender or a crease brush, either one. You can use this. Sometimes they make smaller ones about this size. You can use that to kind of dab, or you can use your crease brush and just kind of blend that mascara out. See how quick it goes away? It's a good hack. Okay, so let's dive into the blushes they have. So here's the gorgeous blushes. Apologize if the light's too bright. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go in with the Snow Kiss blush, but I'm going to do that after I contour. The reason I do that is because contour kind of defines and creates that shadow effect, so it makes your face kind of thinner. And then the blush just goes kind of on top to accentuate the apples of your cheeks. So I love this contour because it's very versatile. So I'm going to go in. The contour's name is Chocolate Soul Bronzer. So I'm just going to take my little contour brush. You can get these anywhere. And if you're not sure where you should be applying the contour, you can actually do what I just did, the little, and there's your line. Or you can take from the top of your ear and do like a diagonal to the corner of your mouth. That's the line you're going to be shooting for. However, when you do contour, you don't want to bring the color all the way to your mouth. You want to kind of stop midway, probably about like right there on me. Ooh, guys, that's nice. So you just want to kind of rub it in. If it's harsh at first, don't panic. You can blend it in. We just want to right now just create the shadow. So with this, I barely put anything on my brush, and it's very, very full coverage, which I like. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. And you want to kind of make sure you get your lines similar, because you don't want one shadow down here, one up here. It'll look a little funny. And once you start contouring, you'll get used to where you want your shadows to be, that you won't even have to suck your lips in like a fish to get that indentation. And then what I also like to do, I have a small forehead, so I don't really want to shadow much of it, but I just kind of go up near my hairline and bring it down to connect to the contour that I started on my cheek. Don't worry, again, right now it's really harsh. We'll blend it out in a second. And I'll do the same thing on this side. So some people, depending on if you have a larger forehead, you'll actually bring your contour, which is the darker color, all the way over. I don't want to do that because, like I said, mine's really short. If I wear my hair down, it pretty much looks like my forehead starts here. I don't really care for that. The other thing you want to do is you want to do your jawline. This kind of chisels out your jaw. So you'll just go, here's my jaw. And you literally just take it right along there and bring it up. So you're kind of coming up right in front of your ear. So imagine making a 3 when you do your contour. So you have the top of the 3, then the cheek, and then back down. Or an E, depending on the side you're doing. So we'll do the same on this side. I'm just going to do my jaw, and I bring it up. And just like that. It's very simple. So before I buff it out, I'm actually gonna go ahead and I want to do the highlight. So this highlight is called Angel Wings. It's a pretty color. Let me see if I can kind of darken this a little bit. Hopefully that's better. Yeah, you can really see that color now. So I'm just gonna take my highlighting brush again. You can buy these. They actually come in a pack if you want. Or separately, but they're named. So I'm just going to kind of dab in. And then what I want is I want to highlight in between the areas that I contoured. The reason why is because we're shadowing here, we have to have some type of definition between them. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. You don't have to put a lot. A little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to do the same here. And then I'm actually going to also go into my T-zone. So your T is your forehead to your nose and then across. Depending on how you like to do your contour, you can even do it under your eyes. I really don't care to have that much highlight under my eyes when I'm kind of accentuating, but you can. It just depends on the look I'm going for. So again, I did here. I'm also going to go down my nose. So can you see a little bit of that shimmer? This highlighter is nice and shimmery. So I don't know if you can see that or not, the little shimmer happening. And then I'm also going to do my Cupid's bow. And I just kind of pat it on top. I don't really go crazy with it. And then I also do a spot on my chin. So some people, they actually like to contour their chin too. You just kind of do a line on both sides. And then when you stick the highlight in the middle, it just makes your chin more pronounced. Completely up to you. So now I'm just going to kind of buff these lines out from what I did with the contour. And depending on the product you use, if you use a cream, it's going to take you a little bit extra time to buff it out. You really don't want harsh lines. So a good brush that I have, I'll stick with the color theme. So this is just a powdery brush. It has literally nothing on it. It's literally just power brush. So just going to go in and I'm just going to buff. So when you get towards the hairline, you actually want to buff your contour color towards your hair. The reason being is if you start rubbing it in, it's going to end up coming down towards your eyebrows, and you really don't want to get that close to your eyebrows when you're contouring, because then it's going to look like you don't have a forehead at all. And make sure that you buff out your jawline. So with your jawline, when you're buffing out, you're going to bring the product here and down your neck. You can even contour your neck if you wanted to. I generally don't, but you can if you want a thinner neck. So see how it's not as harsh, but I've now created the shadow effect, so my face looks a little thinner. And now we are going to go in with that lovely shade I was telling you about, the Snow Kiss shade, this one right up here. I'm just going to take a little blush brush, I'm going to dab a little bit, and I'm just going to put my blush right there. You can go a little higher up if you want to. I just don't, just because I have the contour. But you can brush up to kind of blend it out. So it gives you more of like a pinkish, but you still have that definition from the contour. So now that we've done the eyes, the contour, the blush, I want to go in with the lip. I think today I am going to try Sugar Plum. So this is the cute little pink one that comes in the box, and it literally smells like sugar. So I'm just gonna put this on. The good thing about Too Faced products is all their products smell like the theme. So it's got a nice shimmer to it. It's not really heavy, which is nice, but it does give you the glossy finish. Now, if you like to lip line your lips, you can even put lipstick on before you put this on. Doesn't matter. It's all on your preference. Like I said before, I like more of a glossy look because I like the shine that comes with lip glosses. But I have done lip pencil, and then if I have a colored gloss like this, I'll put the gloss on top and it blends in nicely just like a lipstick would. So it's all on your preference. But so far I have to say I really, really like these products. Too Faced is a cruelty-free product. Love it. And they actually smell like what they are, which is amazing. So I highly recommend, if you are looking for a good product that's cruelty-free, the colors last for quite some time. It'll probably take me a while to go through this palette and have just a versatile look. Too Faced is probably the way to go with this look. You can get it at Ulta. You can get it at Sephora. You can even order them online. Yeah, can't say anything bad about it. So that's it for tonight. I'll probably be on live again tomorrow because I did buy some more stuff. Not just Too Faced, but shh, don't tell anybody. So I'll be on again tomorrow, probably in the morning, to get ready. And we can go through another set of products that I bought. But hope you enjoyed this video, and you are more than welcome to share it if you would like. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.